She ran deep into the forest, cradling Efani close to her chest, whispering soothing words to keep him calm.
Lina's Campfire Folktales.
Once upon a time, in a peaceful African village called Ndoo, life thrived under the wise and kind rule of King Obi. The people lived in harmony with nature, farming their lands and gathering around the village square to share stories of old. But not everyone was content. A group of jealous nobles, led by Chief Ikem, plotted in secret, filled with greed and the desire for power. They despised King Obi's popularity and longed to claim the throne for themselves. Late one night, under the cover of darkness, these nobles gathered in Chief Ikem's compound. They conspired to end King Obi's reign in a single brutal strike. Their plan was simple: kill the king and his family, ensuring no one could challenge their rise to power. Tomorrow night, Ikem whispered, his voice cold, we strike. As night fell the next evening, the traitorous nobles stormed the palace. The guards were caught off guard, and before anyone could react, the nobles entered the king's chambers. King Obi, startled awake, barely had time to ask, why? Before Chief Ikem drove his sword through him. The king fell, his final breath leaving him in disbelief. Unbeknownst to the nobles, a young servant named Ndoo, hidden behind a curtain, witnessed the entire assassination. With terror in his heart, Ndoo ran through the palace corridors, seeking the queen. Queen Neoma, with her baby boy Efani in her arms, listened in horror as Ndoo told her of the king's murder. Wasting no time, Queen Neoma fled into the night. She ran deep into the forest, cradling Efani close to her chest, whispering soothing words to keep him calm. As the first rays of dawn broke through the trees, she reached a riverbank. Exhausted, she knew the nobles' guards would soon be on her trail. She made a heartbreaking decision. Weaving a raft from reeds by the river, Queen Neoma placed her baby on it, her eyes filled with tears. One day you will return, my son, she whispered, and you will reclaim your father's throne. She tucked a golden emblem of the royal family beside him, a symbol of his birthright, and pushed the raft into the flowing river. As the raft drifted away, the queen disappeared into the forest, knowing she had saved her son but not herself. Soon after, the guards found her and dragged her back to the palace, where Chief Ikem declared himself the new ruler of Ndoo. Meanwhile, the river carried baby Efani far from Ndoo, to a hidden valley deep within the hills, home to a secretive community of dwarfs. These dwarfs were known only in whispers, legends told by the village elders. The dwarfs, led by their elder, Okechi, lived a quiet life away from the eyes of humans. When Okechi found the baby drifting in the river, he took it as a sign from the ancestors. This child is special, Okechi declared. He has the spirit of kings in him. The dwarfs raised Efani, teaching him the secrets of the forest, the ways of animals, and the magic of their people. Efani grew strong and wise, unaware of his true lineage, but always feeling a deep connection to the world beyond the valley. As he matured, he often ventured close to the edges of the valley, where the world of men lay. One day, while gathering herbs near a stream, Efani saw a young woman named Nkem washing clothes by the riverbank. She sang a sweet song, her voice like a gentle breeze. Efani, mesmerized by her beauty and grace, found himself returning to that spot day after day, just to catch a glimpse of her. But one afternoon, as Efani watched from behind a tree, he saw danger approaching. A massive python slithered silently toward Nkem, its eyes fixed on her. Without thinking, Efani sprang from his hiding place, shouting, "Back! Leave her alone!" The python, recognizing Efani's connection to the forest magic, obeyed, retreating back into the underbrush. Nkem, startled and confused, turned to see Efani standing nearby. "Who are you?" she asked, her voice trembling. "How did you do that?" "I'm Efani," he said, stepping closer. "I've been watching you, your song. It drew me in. I couldn't let you be harmed." Nkem's fear gave way to curiosity. "Watching me? Why did you not come forward sooner?" "I was afraid," Efani admitted. "Afraid you wouldn't accept me. I'm different, not like the men in your village. I was raised by dwarfs, far from here." To his surprise, Nkem smiled. "Raised by dwarfs? That's incredible. You saved my life, Efani. I owe you my thanks." From that day on, Efani and Nkem met by the river often, sharing stories of their lives. Nkem told Efani of the misery in Ndoo since Chief Ikem's betrayal. The people were starving, the crops were failing, and the queen had been imprisoned. If only the true heir could return, Nkem said one day. "They say he was lost as a baby, but I believe he's still out there." Efani listened, his heart heavy with a sense of duty. That night, he returned to the valley and told Okechi everything. Okechi nodded solemnly. "It's time you knew the truth, Efani. You are the son of King Obi, the rightful heir to Ndoo." Efani was stunned. "Me? The king's son?" "Yes," Okechi said. "Your mother sent you to us to keep you safe. But now the people need you. It is your destiny to reclaim the throne." With Okechi's blessing, Efani left the valley the next morning, determined to free his people. Nkem, who had grown to love him, vowed to help. "There are many in Ndoo who still remember your father," she said. "We will gather them, and together we will overthrow Ikem." Efani and Nkem traveled in secret, rallying those who were loyal to the royal family. As word spread, more and more villagers joined their cause. On the day of the final battle, Efani, carrying the golden emblem of his family, led the charge against Ikem's forces. The battle was fierce, but with Efani's courage and the loyalty of the people, they overpowered the usurpers. When Efani confronted Ikem in the throne room, the false king sneered. "You think you can defeat me, boy? You're nothing. I am Efani, son of Obi," he declared, holding the emblem high. "And I am the true king of Ndoo." With those words, Efani struck Ikem down, reclaiming the throne that was rightfully his. The people of Ndoo rejoiced, their long nightmare finally over. Queen Neoma, who had been freed from the palace prison, embraced her son with tears of joy. Under Efani's rule, Ndoo flourished once again. The land healed, and the people lived in peace, forever grateful to the dwarfs who had protected their king in his time of need. And so, the legend of Efani, the boy raised by dwarfs, was passed down through the generations. A story of courage, love, and the triumph of good over evil. The story teaches that greed and betrayal bring destruction, while integrity and loyalty restore harmony. The power of unity, love, and justice can overcome even the darkest times. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, and put on the notification bell.